cutoffs I was calling, limping the cutoff is pretty weak, and this raised 15 is not that small. So I wouldn't be surprised to see cutoff fold, a reasonable amount. So I think keeping that player in and dominating that range and underrepresenting ourselves is slightly less valuable. So I do think call is reasonable, but I agree with you, James. I like 3-bet. But yeah, I do think in these spots where, if this was a raise to 12, or let's say it's a raise 15 and we know cutoff's just the kind of player who always calls and is pretty loose and makes a lot of mistakes, then I think we start to see call become actually better, in part just because against this profile and at this stack depth, I think there can be problems with 3-betting and being out of position in a bloated pot. Anyways, we call, hero calls. So we did not 3-bet, and cutoff does call. So we're going to go to the flop 3 ways with cutoff and button. We have ace king offsuit, and there's going to be $41 in the pot after the break is taken. Anything else to say about pre-flop?
I'm kind of curious what our hero's reasoning is for calling. I don't know if we should get to that now, or maybe we can go back to the end to discuss it. But yeah, I'd just be interested to hear what they had to say.
All right, we actually do have that. It's all at the end, but I'll give it to you street by street. So hero writes, we can definitely 3-bet here. I'm going to mix 3-bet and call here. I decided to call to keep the button range wide. I'm not really that worried about the cutoff. I feel like we'll hear from him if he makes a hand on the flop. So yeah, keeping in fit or fold players, I think is definitely better than keeping in trickier players. So I think the fact that we'll hear from cutoff is a good reason to keep him in. But yeah, I think just not being worried isn't quite enough of a reason to just call. I like that we're thinking about keeping buttons range wide. I think that's a good reason to just call. And you're just weighing that against the value of just getting more money in and denying some equity. I think these are the right reasons. There's not that much to say about it, in my opinion. I think some people feel really passionately about 3-bet here, and I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference.
Yeah,